So, do you have any guesses about what is the meaning of buffering? Because first you should understand that what does buffering mean? Buffering the childhood trauma. Okay, I will tell you. Buffering simply means to reduce the impact of something. Now, buffering childhood stress, maybe we will try to understand, we will try to learn to reduce the childhood stress. Now, we will start it with analogy of two children. Imagine two children. One grows up feeling safe. Everyone supports that kid. He is loved. But there is one more kid. He always sees conflict, fear. Everyone neglects that kid. Now ask yourself, will the future of both kids be same? Absolutely not. One was living happily, another was living in conflict. No one was supporting him when he was in need of something. No one was providing him that thing. But the first kid, he was getting everything. His parents were well settled. He was telling to his parents, provide me this thing. They were providing. The second kid, he was knowing, yeah, they cannot afford it. So, second one will have more stress as compared to first one. First one is living happily. He has access of every single thing. Second one, he is not living happily. So he's facing something, some stress in life. He is not able to live confidently like others who have access to things, whatever they need. So today we are going to talk about buffering childhood stress, where we will try to reduce this thing. If any person among you has gone, if you are still in that loop, we will try to understand everything about it. First of all, you need to understand this stress. It is normal. It is not any disease. But if you will be continuously stressful, it will lead to any mental disease. It is not any disease. It is normal. People feel stressful because of XYZ things. But if you will not come out from this stress, then you will face some problems, some mental illnesses. Now, children too, they may feel stressed about exams, friendships, school pressure, or any other thing. But every time this stress cannot be harmful for them. As I earlier said, it is normal. They feel the stress. Most of the people, they come back quickly after 1 day, after 2 days, after 3 days. The good part of this stress is normal stress I'm talking about. We learn from those events of life. We grow, we become strong. But there is also one more stress which we can call toxic stress. It is something which acts as trauma for us. It can, if we will talk about child, it can damage the development of a child. For example, there is a child, he lost his parents when he was just 5 years old, 8 years old, 10 years old. Now he has no one who can care him or her the way their parents could care. So that person may feel this trauma for long duration of life, because when he will be 15 years old, he will see his friends, his classmates, they are talking to their parents are coming to take care of them. But this kid has no one. So this is stress, this is trauma, this can affect this person, this child's development. But normal stress is the stress from exam, the stress from other things. That is normal. You can recover quickly. Now, also, stress comes from different sources like poverty. Poverty, if you will, towards those people who cannot afford things easily, they always look stressful because every single day they think about this thing that we have to send our kids to good school, we have to provide them at least some fee, we have to provide them some good clothes. My A child is asking me any cycle, he is asking me for any phone. Now I have to like do recharge of his phone SIM card. So poverty is one cause of stress. You can see it in your day-to-day life. Those who cannot afford things easily, they live life stressfully. Now it doesn't mean those who have money they live freely, but yeah, the there are other causes for such people, but poverty definitely causes stress. The second thing can be family conflict. If there are fights in family, there is no coordination, they don't live in harmony, there is no any specific leader, everyone is doing whatever he or she wishes. So it can create this stress. Similarly, any sort of abuse, abuse to any person, it can be emotional abuse, it can be sexual abuse, as it was mentioned in this article earlier, rather I read it, as it can be physical abuse. This can also lead to stress. And also any sort of violence or discrimination that can lead to stress. But earlier I told you, if stress continues for a long time, it can affect your mind, even your physical health too. In the book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, there is clearly written this thing that negative feelings can directly affect your physical health. Means if you will think negative, if you will say negative things about you, so if you will be stressful, it will affect your both mental and physical health. So now we have to come out of this thing. We have to tell to people like it is not good that what happened in past. Now we have to be genius enough to protect ourselves. We have next few years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, God knows best. We don't know. So let's live in good way. So for it, we have to leave this trauma thing. Now talking about this childhood, scientists they call like if we will talk about some adverse childhood experiences which some children face. So like about 2 to 3 adults have experienced at least once this what we can say stressful thing during childhood. So everyone has like majority of the kids have gone through this thing. Some kids learn from it, some kids they remain in that and they suffer. And similarly, the children with multiple experiences in childhood related to stress, they face a lot of diseases like heart related diseases, some diabetes, depression, anxiety, or other sort of diseases. Imagine a kid has gone through stress when he was just 8 years old or 10 years old. The parents were telling him that he had to study, 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 study. Yeah, he has to study, but they were forcing him differently. He was not able to comprehend. He was seeing his some friends, they play, they go out, they enjoy life. But every single day, every single night, parents are telling that you should not do this, you should not do this, you should get full grades without seeing the capability, without seeing the interests of this kid. He will definitely go through this phase. At that stage, a child's brain isn't fully developed. So he may think like my parents are my enemies. A lot of kids I have heard saying this thing that my parents are my enemies because they are not able to understand what their parents are trying to say, and parents are not also trying to understand this thing that their kids they have some limitations in their mind, so they cannot do everything, they have different interests. So those kids who will go through this uh, stress in their childhood, they will face some diseases, heart related diseases, diabetes, depression, as this person has like mentioned in this article. Now, as I told you, it will affect our development. Another question is how this stress can affect development. Now, talking about myself, these days I don't take stress of anything. Whether I will fail in life, I will pass in life, any bad event will happen with me. Who cares? I don't take stress. But there was a moment in my life which taught me like taking stress is not good. When I used to take stress when some bad thing was happening, but now I don't care. I just give my best every single day. I live happily. I talk happily. I try to be in good mood. Rest. Let us see what is going to happen tomorrow. Even if bad things will happen, let us try to deal with those things. If they will be too much adverse, let us try to overcome them. Still, chill. I gave my best. It happened. Life is all about ups and downs. Why take stress? Now our question is how does stress affect his development? Children's brains, they are developing. Earlier, I told you in last meeting, I don't know, in any VC, that there is one part of brain which we call prefrontal cortex that is responsible for decision making. And that gets developed after the age of around 18 till 25. Now, when a kid is just 14 years old, 10 years old, at the time, his this brain that is still developing, that is not fully developed, means he cannot understand everything perfectly. Now, when they will face the continuous stress, which we call chronic stress, their ability to handle emotions that will weaken. Similarly, learning and memory that can suffer, and other relationships they can become harder, like social relationships. They cannot relate with society easily. So, not all children respond the same way because every person is built different. Their background, their family, they are different. Some actually become strong with some experiences, but many suffer. Some learn from environment. Some like analyze. Even kids analyze the situation. This person is acting this way. Maybe I should leave this person. But still, their mind is developing. But a lot of people they cannot come out of that thing, whatever they are facing in their childhood. That's why wise people say, wise parents, like if fights are happening anywhere, we should keep our kids away from those things. If something bad is happening in family, we should keep our kids away from those matters. My father, like whenever something was happening, he always used to tell me, don't don't try to go there. Even if something bad will happen in family, don't try to know everything about those things. He was aware about this thing that if this kid, when he is young, if he will focus more on the family matters, maybe he will think more. Maybe he will take it differently because his mind isn't well developed currently. So the best thing is we should try to keep kids away from such things where they will think differently, which can take them to stress. Now, if we have to see how we can, like, what is the solution for it for kids so that they cannot come into the zone of stress? So, first of all, a kid must have one caring adult. There must be one caring adult. He or she will change the life of kid. That kid can become anything. I don't remember the name of that person. He told to give me, maybe you people might be aware, or Switch might be aware about that person. So, because that is about child development, maybe he's a psychologist. He told to give me any child, I will make him whatever you will tell me to make him. Because he will guide him in such a way that he will become that thing definitely. So, if you will keep that kid for 5 years with that person will create that kid into that thing. So similarly, a child must have one caring adult. Now, caring adult doesn't mean this thing. He will provide you good food. He will provide you water. He will provide you all those resources. Caring means also he should be wise enough to understand that kid. He should be wise enough to provide him other things apart from the tangible things like food. So that adult can be any parent or a teacher or a mentor, a coach. So these things really matter. There should be any person who can guide. Generally, if you will see the people like the kids who belong to well-educated families, who belong to rich families, they don't suffer that much. The reason behind it is they have guidance from their experienced parents, from any experienced adult from family, because experienced people know how to live life. So they teach those things to kids. But those who have no one, they learn everything by themselves. So, yeah, that is the thing. We must have any adult. And when we have any caring adult, a child, he feels safe. And also, he learns other skills also, which are important for life. He also knows this thing that if something bad will happen, there is this person behind me who can save me, who can help me. So when tomorrow you will grow, we will grow, we have to consider this thing that if we really want any kid to become better, it might be our kid or any other kid. At the time, we should be supportive to those people. We should encourage them. We should do better communication with them. We should be open with them. They should be open with us. And families should provide support to kids. Otherwise, if they entered into the zone of stress, it will buffer their mental development because they cannot process everything properly. They cannot relate the things. They can feel inferior if they are facing some negative things in their life. So, yes, stress is the part of life. Sometimes you may feel stressful, even adults feel stressful, kids feel stressful. It is normal part of life. But the thing is, in majority of the cases, many adults they know how to deal with it. Just like every day I tell you, life is all about ups and downs. Bad things will come, so you should consider any bad event in such a way like it happened. Maybe it was your mistake, maybe it was not your mistake, but you cannot now change it. It happened, but you should take care of rest of the things now. But again, the thing is, if you will do everything in good way, in good manner, I think bad things will not happen. They will reduce. So if you will talking about health, if you will sleep for good hours every single day, you will manage your sleep schedule, you will eat right food, you will drink clean water, you will do some exercise, maybe your health will not suffer. There is high probability it will not suffer. But if you will not do these things, there are again high chances that your body will suffer. So when it will suffer, every single day you have to go to hospital. It is not good. You will eat medicine every single day, medicine, medicine, medicine. Maybe you will go into more stress. Now I'm saying you life is all about ups and downs, but it is your own fault. So if you will do everything in right way, then there are high chances that you will not suffer that much. So try to take care of your health. Once your health is gone, you will suffer a lot. Health should be your first priority, your both physical and mental health. If you go to hospital or if you look towards few people who are just taking medicine every single day, every morning after food, they are just regretting about those things. In majority of the cases, it is their own fault. But 10 years back, they were not taking care of they were not taking care of it. I told you in previous VCs, like every single disease which appears in any year, in any month, actually the origin of that disease isn't that day or that week or that month. It is probably 2 years back, 3 years back, 4 years back, it started evolving. But it was not appearing slowly, slowly, gradually. It made some space inside of your body. It attacked you. Now you are taking medicine. So, better is from today onwards, take care of your health. If you will not take care of health, if you will eat junk food, junk food is really that is tasty. I accept, I agree that is tasty. That is too much tasty. But that is tasty for our tongue, for our health, for our cells. That is not tasty, those things which they prepare in that oil, chips or other things. That is not fine for your health. But still, it looks tasty. Let's eat. And once we eat it continuously, it becomes addiction. Then it becomes difficult for you to leave addiction. The people who take cigarettes, it is very difficult for them to leave the addiction of those cigarettes. Similarly, if you will eat junk food, you will become addicted. No matter how much I will preach you, you will eat again, again. You will say, yeah, this will be my last one. From tomorrow, I will not do it. But tomorrow, you will do it again. But after 1, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, maybe 10 years, when that disease will appear, you'll be like, oh no, I should have controlled back then. Maybe if you are arrogant enough, you will not blame yourself. But in majority of the cases, you have to accept that you are the reason of that disease. So similarly, related to your career, related to your job, related to your money, you can, everything is in your hand. In majority of the cases, everything is in your hand. Getting good job is in your hand. You're saying, I want to get good job, but imagine after 10 years, you don't have any good job. After 5 years, you don't have any good job. If you are wise enough, you will blame yourself. Yeah, it's my fault. 5 years back, I used to waste my time. 5 years back, I used to go with my friends. Those friends aren't currently with me. They are currently doing their own work. But I used to take them too much seriously at that time, like they are my family members. So we were going on trips, we were doing this, we were doing that, we were talking for hours. But currently, you are suffering. So if currently you are not doing things in good way, maybe later you will go into stress. So again, if you will do things correctly, there are high chances that you will not go into stress. You will get good job, you will have good salary, you will start good business, you will have good knowledge base because you will be reading books every single day. You will have good communication skill because you will be focusing on your communication skill every single day. You will have other skills too. So try to do things perfectly every single day, be consistent, and you will definitely win. You might have heard that quote, slow and steady wins the race. So what does it mean? It doesn't mean that you have to be just slow and you will win. So if we will elaborate it more, the main crux, the main core of this quote is consistency. Consistency matters more than speed. Steady, you have to be steady. You have to be slow. Now, if you have to build a body, if you have to read you have to get any job, for it you need to study every single day. Now, you cannot read everything quickly in just a day. Means for it you have to be then fast. But when you do things fastly, you don't understand them. There is any complex concept. So at that time, you cannot be fast. You definitely have to be slow but consistent. Today you read 1 page, you read 5 pages. Tomorrow you will read next to 2 pages. Day after tomorrow you will read next to 3 pages. Day after tomorrow you will read next to 3 pages. Like this. In next 1 year, you will finish 2, 3 books related to your syllabus. After it, you will crack exam like this. Okay, you were not able to crack, but you still have knowledge. Maybe there was like lack of time. You got less time. Let's prepare again. Second year, you will do it. Now it seems like when I preach these things, it is easy, anyone can preach. The main thing is implementation. How many people implemented this thing? Very less people implemented this thing. Some people just prepare when exam comes near, but the ones who really win, they prepare 2 years, 3 years, 4 years before that examination. They are like strategic people. They plan everything for whatever they have to do. They aren't like, let us study first this academic class, let us complete graduation, let us do this. No, they're like, after graduation, I have to do this exam, I have to qualify this examination. So during these college years, let us focus on these subjects, on this syllabus, so that when I will complete my graduation, I should be the first person to land this job. So for it, they do things consistently. They sacrifice those meetings every single day with those people who don't provide any value. They sacrifice those trips. When you don't have anything, and at the time you plan to go for trips continuously, 10 trips, 20 trips, 30 trips a year, your mind loves it. Mind loves freedom. You'll definitely go. But at the end, it is not good because you haven't achieved anything yet. But when you achieve something, at that time, even if you will go for trips, 10 trips, 20 trips a year, it will be good. You will feel more happy because at that time you have access to some resources. You have any good job. You'll be like, let's go to that location. Yeah, I have money. I can afford trip. Let's go. But this time you have to say to your parents, say, give me some money, I'm going there. At that time, it is your freedom. You can be there for 2 days, 3 days in different hotels. So try to realize these things and live better life. So as our topic today was buffering the childhood trauma, childhood stress. So to reduce this stress, thing is whatever happened in past, that is past, we cannot change, but we can change the present, and everything, whatever happen will happen in future, that depends upon present. If we want to become great in future, then we have to focus on our present. Leave past. Don't think more about future. But yeah, have some goal. Focus on your present. Once you will do everything correctly in this moment, then you will be the better person in your family. You will share your wisdom to your kids so that your kids will not suffer tomorrow. Because a kid needs a guide who can guide them. As I earlier said, the kids who belong to educated families, rich families, they don't suffer a lot. They don't take that much stress because they have some mentors, some guides, some adults in their family who are like their mentors. So try to become like those wise people. Your adulthood, that should be great. People should consider you wise. Your spouse should say, yeah, I'm feeling proud because this man, this woman is better, she is better, he is better for my kids. I'm living my life peacefully. And when you do everything correctly, you live peacefully. So that's all from my side. I hope you got it. I hope you understood it. Do you want to say something?
I want to add to one more thing which isn't mentioned in the editorial, that when children didn't get proper parenting and get stressed, have childhood some kind of stress, they seek support from outside, and most of the cases they gets in wrong hands, they gets in the influence of wrong people which harm them and their future.
Yeah, exactly. Some kids seek guidance from external world, and in many cases they don't get that guidance because some external people will not take that much of care the way like close people like parents can. That's why it is necessary to be good adult tomorrow. If you are here in VC joining every single day, at least you should learn this lesson. This is mandatory that you should become good parent for your kids, for your family, and also you should become good human for this very world. Because you cannot join this VC every single day, as I told you many times. You know, many people used to join. Today there are few people. Why? They are busy with any other work. Similarly, tomorrow you can be busy. I can be busy. Life changes. So every single day, if you join it, learn something, apply that. It is a really golden opportunity.
Yeah, in many families child suffer because of parents negligence. We I mean, where parents fight with each other and they don't care about the impact which is going on their children. Some survive in this environment. Some mindset some become strong, but some also some has also negative impact on themselves, as an editorial that it mentioned some gets diseases too. And to, I mean, parents, if a child gets traumatized because of these things, it's parents' responsibility to talk them, to heal them, and become their support. And but parents don't. Most of the case, parents don't do this because of it. Most of the time in middle class family these things happen because there are many kind of problems, and parents, most of the parents think that earning money, providing food, providing stuff for study is enough for parenting, and they are doing their job fully. But that's not the what a good parenting means. A good parent is the one who listens the problems of their children and talk at least in a day for few minutes, for few hours. They should talk to their children and know about their day, how it goes, and what they learn. it makes impact on children, and children have this in mind that their parents are with them, they will listen them. But in my case this also happened that my parents didn't like that they will sit with me and listen what happened and more. And I learned that even though when now my mother asks me something and what happened, I will not tell her, because in my mind there is something she gonna not understand what I feel right now. And most of the time she complains that you didn't talk to me. But in my mind the thing comes, what's the point of talking to her and sharing to her uh, when she is not gonna understand. And but it's not like that I didn't spend time with her, I spent, but I can't share my feelings with her.
It happens with many people. You know, if I will talk about myself, I love to keep a lot of things personal, like within myself. I don't share them with anyone, not just my parents, like anyone. Let they be within me. Why? Because it's not always good to share everything with people. People cannot relate. People cannot understand. So do your work silently. Talk whatever is necessary. And many things, a lot of things aren't necessary. Many times we should just listen to people. Some people are just expressive, but try to hide things for your betterment. You should be just, your life should be your own life. You should not let uh, like others to influence your life so that you can follow them like exactly whatever they are saying. Yeah, you can take inspiration. You're not like someone who has unlimited knowledge and experience. You have to learn from experience of other people. You have to take more experiences in your life. You have to learn more literature, more books. You have to read them so that you can learn from other people. So after few years, when you will cross your 30s, when you will cross your 40s, you will be the best people because you have more knowledge, you have more experience. You were not like copycat following what people are saying. Yeah, you took inspiration from them, but you did something great, something different. Every successful people, success in this way, like who is currently famous, who is dead but still famous, who has inspired people, who has done XYZ things for this world. They are famous. They are great because they did something unique. They were not followers, complete followers. They were having their own teachers, own mentors, but they did something unique. And world is currently knowing them with that unique thing, with that unique ability, which they showed the world, which they presented to the world. All the scientists who provided something to the world, they provided those things from their own. They researched. They were not like, yeah, let's read what others said. But they were like, okay, we read, we took inspiration, we elaborated things, but we should now get also something new to the world. So don't be copycats now. It isn't like you have to be a researcher from today onwards. The thing is, don't be fully copycat. Listen to everyone, but do the things which are right. That is it. And it is not necessary to share your things, everything with people, your secrets. That is it. My phone is just 1% charge. Maybe it will shut down after a few seconds.
Why aren't others are not speaking? I noticed from few days VC isn't more engaging. I mean, everyone should contribute even
Mhm.
something.
See, if no one will come here, it will shut down eventually. I have no problem with it. I will do some other work. I'm not in loss, but at the end, we learn something here.
Yeah.
Yeah. If people will come, that is good. If they will not come, it is still okay. My
What's the
phone will
tomorrow
shut down
tab? Have
tomorrow.
you?
Wait. My phone will shut down in next 20 seconds. Tomorrow is
Okay,
Saturday.
it's
I will drop that in group.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. So good night. Take care. Sleep well. That is all from my side. So bye bye. Good night.